Good morning to one and all. Today I'm going to discuss with you about plot. Okay, in the previous lecture we have discussed various aspects of short story. Today I'm going to talk with you about Gustav Freytag, who is a German novelist and playwright. Considered plot is a narrative structure and that divided a story into 5 parts like the 5 acts of a play. They are exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and denouement. First we will discuss one by one. The first one is exposition. Exposition means introduction of the main character and other characters in the story, and also the introduction of goal of a protagonist and the goals of other characters in that short story. All of you have studied short story. Okay, in the beginning of the short story there is an introduction of everything. Okay, so the readers will come to know about what the writer wants to tell us to the reader, so that the next part after the exposition is rising action. So in the exposition the writer wants to tell us everything about the protagonist and the other characters who are important. So he introduced everything about the character and his goals, etc. So here in exposition, the writer wants to tell us information about the characters, what type of persons they are, how is their behavior, what are their physical and mental qualities of the characters, and everything, just supplying the information about the characters to the readers. So it gives everything to the reader. Through the reader will consider how these characters are there. So here the exposition only does to give the information to the readers. The second phase in Freytag's 5-phase structure is rising action. In rising action, the protagonist understands his goals and tries to work for it. And when he tries to work for his goal, when he tries to achieve his goals, that time he faces different problems. So these problems he tries to solve it. These are the very small problems, small obstacles on his way, and he tries to solve all these problems or all these obstacles to achieve his goal. The third phase in Freytag's 5-phase structure is climax. Climax is the greatest tension in the short story. It is the middle of the short story. Here climax is the turning point of the short story. Here the protagonist or the characters takes good decision or a final decision which make the turning point of the short story. So everything is depend on the decision taken by the character or the protagonist. So in every story there is a suspense. To solve this suspense or solve this climax is the strength of the short story. So the protagonist tries to solve this suspense, or the writer tries to show the readers what is the suspense in this short story. So this suspense reveals everything, and through this suspense the story achieves his success. The next phase is falling action. It is also one of the greatest tension to the readers. So in this phase that we think or the readers understands that the villain will win, and here it tells us that everything is going to be a wrong one, and here the antagonist will win, protagonist will lose. So that here it is also one type of the surprise to the readers or suspense to the readers, because through falling action we came to know what will be the solution to this story and who will win or who will lose their battle. Here this falling action is one of the suspense in the story. It also shows that evil will win, that is antagonist will win and the protagonist will lose. So the readers understand that the protagonist will lose everything and he is not going to achieve his goal. But after that there will be a turning point in the story and it is a surprise to the readers. The final phase is denouement or resolution. In this denouement and resolution, the readers came to know that who will win. Okay, their antagonist and protagonist is fighting with each other, and in this final stage, someone will win. And here, readers will come to know what will happen and why it is going to happen, and everything the reader will come to know at the end of the story, and that is called denouement or resolution. So thank you for watching. These are the 5-phase structure of Gustav Freytag's plot narrative, and all of you understood what is plot and how plot is important in a story. Okay, if you like my videos, please subscribe it and share it. Thank you.